Hello, there's Darren here. I'm in the shed talking about me compost. So, a few years ago I had done a video talking about compost, how we can do 3 different types. Traditional one, which is the one with you got the back, sides for the pallets. You've got a pile that's just left there, or you've got the Dalek, as I like to call them. So this pile has been here for God 7 years. It was the original one here when I first come here, and all I did was just put the sides down and just put everything in it that was lying here. And then I've added over the years grass. Someone gave us grass lawn, stuff like that, upside down. Everything basically as I've tidied the garden, dug everything up, muck, or when I'm putting a plant in, any muck from the hole has just been dumped straight on here. And then, you know, everything, weeds, the whole lot. Bearing in mind when I do compost and I plant stuff, I do get weed seeds, but I can easily pull them out. All I want is the material, the plant, just to die, to add just that little bit extra to the compost. So I've been sieving this today and yesterday for me potatoes. So I've got virtually half of it, and plus I'm going to replace this now because it's rotted, because like I says, well, the side had fell off. So and it's been up for 6 years and the side fell off one day, so I'm going to replace it. I've got a box to put in here, so I need to remove all this, but in the meantime I did have a pile here, but there's more stuff on top of there. And like I says, this pile here, bar that, so this was down here, wood and everything, so that'll be getting sieved. This stuff here, completely different again, so it's been in the Dalek. There was a few holes in there where the rats had got in, but it's probably been in here, I'd say 3 years. I haven't turned it or nothing. This was, a lot of it was grass turf from a garden. So as you can see, it's one that turf that's got that stuff in it. So that was basically put in there, upside down in there, and I've just been taking it out there. And I must say, it's absolutely lush. Sand, it'll be a bit sandy because the lawn, when it came here, it was sandy and all that inside. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm really pleased with that as I'm taking it out. I says I've done nothing with it, I've just left it. Yeah, I've been putting eggshells in there over the years. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous stuff. Really nice, I'm happy with that. But my intention for the new compost pile is I'm going to empty this because it's squashed in a bit. The side there's fell onto it, so I was going to pull it out, but I can't, so I'm going to have to empty this first. Move that, take this side out, take the back off there, and then move the box in here. And what I'll start doing, either just chucking it back in or sieving it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably sieving it, because I need quite a bit of compost for see you later. For all these boxes here. These are going to be new 2 beds here, so I'll be cutting them in half. So I need quite a bit of compost. But as I was saying on a video I did about potatoes, so I've got these in here, 24 30 litre pots. So I've got 720 litres of compost here, which will be getting put back into the compost pile and recuperated into the new compost and reused. Even if there isn't much to the soil, it is. I normally, you know, I feed it with nettle tea, potassium, which is comfrey, nitrogen, stuff like that, and that goes back in there, and it seems to work quite well. Even if you know, it might seem spent, the soil, I did have a few pots in here drying out over winter, storing the potatoes, and they were starting to sprout. So obviously there's still stuff in the soil. I've reused as much as I can, but like I says, that'll be going back into the pile again. And then with a chicken coop here, I've been piling it up. I've been digging into it and piling it up at the back, if you can see. So that's at the back there, piling up. So I'll be sieving that this year, digging it all out. So I've got absolutely any amounts of compost. Like I says, it's probably took me 4 years. Well, I got the chickens 4 years ago, so 3 years, probably a good 3 years to get a good system of just chucking everything back in, reusing as much as I can, growing stuff in pots and stuff like that. So then I end up with more soil, and then I reuse that again, and it just goes on and on and on, which is a good way of recycling. A lot of people, when they finish with the stuff in the pots, they tend to, like, you know, put it on the beds. But as you can see, I do no dig, back to Eden type. So I don't have to do that. You know, this keeps the moisture in, keeps the weeds down, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, that's my compost. Like I said, I'm going to get this sorted. It's done as well, the compost container that I built, but you know, it's rotten now. And this new box will be fantastic. I'll probably put a few holes in the bottom to let the worms come through. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. You know, like I says, you know, if you haven't got much space, you know, just start with a little pile in the corner, preferably where there's a little bit of sun. So as you can see, so it goes on there, so it heats up a little bit. Or, you know, get yourself a Dalek. I did that years ago, started doing that, and then getting more compost, and then getting boxes and putting compost, just constantly just making more and more and more. It's a fantastic way of saving money. You know, as you can see, you know, there's 24 30 litres, 720 litres of compost there. You know, how much would that cost me if I had to buy that? So, you know, it always a good idea to start making your own. You know, it ain't gonna happen overnight, but you need to persevere when it comes to it. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's bye from me. See you later. Ciao. I'm in the shed.